I baked 6 different items to bring to my friend's home cafe, and this is how I did it. I began the prep work 3 days before the cafe, starting with these miso brown butter cookies, which worked out perfectly because these actually need to rest in the fridge for 3 days. So I pre-scooped them into all of the balls so that on the morning of the cafe, I can just bake these and they'll be nice and fresh. And then the next day, 2 days before the cafe, is when I made all of my fillings for my choux pastries and tarts. I made a matcha pastry cream, hojicha pastry cream, and also this strawberry compote. Okay, it's finally the day before the cafe. This is day 3 of all the prep, and this is where I did the bulk of the work. The first thing I got started on was the dough for the black sesame cardamom buns, and while this was rising, I got started on making the actual choux pastries. I piped these out and topped them with the craquelin, and they baked out perfectly. And at this point, my dough had doubled in size, so I rolled that out and spread on my black sesame paste and shaped the buns. And instead of proofing these and then baking them right away, I put these in the fridge to save for the next day so that I could bake them fresh. At this point, I was really tired, so I finished by making these shortbread tarts so that they could sit in the freezer overnight. And we've now made it to day 4, the morning of the cafe. This day was dedicated to baking everything off and filling and decorating all the pastries. Filled my tart shells with that strawberry compote and matcha cream. Filled the profiteroles with that hojicha cream. I baked off the black sesame buns and topped them with a cardamom simple syrup. At this point, I realized I had 4 sweets, no savory, so I decided to make a focaccia topped with chili, crisp oil, Cheung, which is like a Chinese sausage, pork floss, and green onions. And I probably should have called it quits here, but I am an overachiever, so I decided to quickly make my favorite Vietnamese pastries as well, called pate. I also realized there's only going to be 5 of us at this cafe, so I boxed up some of the extras to drop off for some other friends nearby, and you're gonna have to come back for part 2 to see how the actual home cafe went.